It's really gonna have us collectors racking our brain trying to figure out where it's gonna fit in our displays. Hi everyone! I'm so excited to bring this video to you today because it's about the new HOLO TACO tea creams collection. I got the opportunity to work with HT once again to create a fun nail art look with all 7 polishes in this collection. I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that I got to work with my favorite brand for the 3rd time, so we'll freak out together in this video. I will first unbox the collection and showcase the box, and then I'll get to the nail art. My package arrived with these labels on them. Customs just couldn't resist the tea. Inside was this black cube with a giant HOLO TACO sticker and some fun confetti. The outside wrapping paper was ruined by Customs, but they didn't touch the one inside the bubble wrap. I was so relieved because this meant they didn't touch my beautiful collection box. After carefully removing this sticker and this other sticker, HG really wasn't cheap with the stickers, and I'm so glad because I love keeping them. I finally removed the last layer of wrapping paper and got to the collection box and the beautiful nail polishes. Let's have a closer look at that box. It has this gorgeous color block pattern with gold foil accents. I love everything about this box. Also, how can I not mention the unconventional cylinder shape? It's really gonna have us collectors racking our brain trying to figure out where it's gonna fit in our displays. Here are the polishes in the classic black HOLO boxes, and here are the bottles inside those boxes. Let's move on to the nail art. I started with a peely base to be able to keep my nail art in my peely bowl. Yeah, that's right, peely bowl. I don't have a peely bag because I found that crushed my peelies, so I just used this sort of aquarium bowl I found. Yeah. I've already painted my thumb, index, and pinky with Not Milky White. I'll start with the abstract leaves design. I applied 2 coats of See Y'all Later Chai. It applied really smoothly, and I really love the thick brushes for Crèmes. It's so much easier to get even layers with those. By the way, here's the sketch I made in Procreate to plan out my nail art. I like to do this to test out color combos and make sure the composition makes sense. This design essentially is just a bunch of blobs overlapped. I started with this big one at the bottom side of my nail with High Tea Hibiscus. I outlined the shape with a detail brush and I filled it in with the brush from the bottle. Then I moved on to this long blob at the top of my nail using Bring Me The Teal. I filled this one in with the detail brush because it's so thin. I made sure the first magenta blob was dry and I added a small blob inside it. The last blobs were 2 small ones using Matcha Maker and Butterscotch Hop. Now I can move on to the leaves. I used the small detail brush and white acrylic paint to paint the stems. Then I added leaves one by one. I tried to angle them a little upwards. Here are the 2 plants painted on. To fill the empty space, I added dots here and there. And to finish it off, I applied a quick dry top coat. This ensures my mani is sealed in and is less prone to chipping. The last step was to apply a matte taco. Now for the gradient design with gold flake accents. I first started by applying liquid latex on my skin to make the cleanup process easier. Pro tip, always clean your sponges before using them. There might be dust or little fibers on there, so I use a piece of tape to remove it all and make sure nothing gets transferred to my nails. I applied Butterscotch Hop, High Tea Hibiscus, and I'm Over Brew and even stripes on my sponge. I find it so cool and satisfying to watch the polish being absorbed by the sponge. Here's the first layer I sponged on. I also did a couple of coats off camera, and here's the last one I did where I made sure to use an up and down motion to blend the colors together. Here's another pro tip. Cut your sponges to be able to use them multiple times. You'll get a fresh edge and you can use that sponge for your next gradient design. I always use an orange stick to make sure to get a clean separation between the nail and the skin. I find it gives me a better peel that leaves no chunk of polish behind. I peeled off the liquid latex and look how clean that skin already is. Minimal cleanup needed. I used my angular cleanup brush dipped in 100% acetone to clean around my cuticles and get sharp edges. I applied a quick dry top coat. This helps blend the gradient extra good. It also makes sure none of that color bleeds on the gold flake taco brush we'll be using next. Talking about that gold flake taco, I applied it from the bottom of the nail to the beginning of High Tea Hibiscus. I made sure to have a pretty dry brush to not apply too much. As for the last nail art, I applied a final quick dry top coat to seal in the design. Then I applied matte taco. And that's it! I didn't film the teapot because I was in a time crunch to do this design, and to be honest, it's also pretty hard to paint a design like that upside down. I'm so happy with how this nail art turned out, and I'm so proud of how similar it looks to my sketch. The matte taco makes this nail art extra fancy. I took these shots after 5 days of wear, and you can see the matte taco has become a little shiny, but no chips. It held up really well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can comment down below and let me know which design was your favorite, or just to chat. You can also leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the bell to turn on notifications and be sure to never miss a future video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!